The good, the bad, and the ugly. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's get into it. Another thought pattern of how to look at the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because life is going to throw the good, the bad, and the ugly. A lot of us walk through life searching for only good, and when the bad happens, caught off guard as if we didn't know that it was bad on the other side. And a lot of us walk through life only looking at the good and the bad and forgetting that sometimes life can get pretty ugly. Doesn't mean it have to end, doesn't mean that it's worse. So, the good in life, gratefulness and grace. Another way to look at it, that's all. The good in life is to make you be grateful and approach life with grace. The bad are lessons that we have to learn, either from our mistakes or our failures. Just another way to look at it. The bad teaches us. You're gonna do things that you may be unsure of. You're gonna do things that you may be not comfortable with. You're gonna do things that you kind of just throw at the wall and hope that it work. You're gonna throw Hail Marys. You're gonna trip. You're gonna fall. But once you stand up, or once you open your eyes, once you open your mind, once you open your ears, once you speak when it's time for you to speak, and that time comes, as long as you learn, then anytime the bad comes, you'll always be prepared. The ugly, that's the part that most of us don't want to deal with. The ugly is to build us to be stronger. The ugly is to build our endurance. The ugly is that once you make it through it, you can look back and say, wow, I don't know how, I don't know why that came at that time. I didn't think I could make it through that, but by the grace of God, I pulled it off. The ugly can be the worst of things, the worst timing, the worst day. But you gotta always be able to look for that good within the bad and the ugly. Because sometimes good is, not noticed as much, not appreciated as much. It's just taken for granted. Don't take the good for granted. And most times when we take the good for granted, we drifting towards that path of bad because we're not paying attention at the right time of what we should be grateful for and what we should have grace for. So appreciate all these things in life, the good, the bad, and the ugly, because they all complete life. You're not going to be able to escape them. You're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days, you're going to have ugly days. The goal is to make it through them. Sometimes your good days could be so abundant that it's overwhelming. Sometimes your bad days could be so much that they're overwhelming. Sometimes your ugly days could be so much that it seems like it's never going to end. But you can make it through it. Just another way to look at it. Peace. Fight for your life.